Welcome back to another Midwestern Garage. Today I went and picked up my new to me M1097R1 Humvee. It is the heavy variant. So it's got a 10,000 pound payload capacity. Off the serial number it should be a 1986, but it was rebuilt and put back into service in 2010. So there's the overhaul tag from 5 of 10, but there's the ultra low 16,000 serial number, which tells me it was originally made in 1986. Has the 6.5 Detroit. It only has the 3-speed, which is unfortunate. You think if they redid it in 2010 they would have put the dang overdrive in it, but no luck. So I literally went and picked it up today. I will actually insert a clip of them loading it on the trailer right here. So as you can see from that little clip, I didn't really get much time to climb around it or, you know, try the brakes or try the steering. The listing said that the brakes were inoperable and the master cylinder was removed. But oddly enough, I hopped up in it, and when I hit the brake pedal, it is solid, it has pressure. But I did realize when I unloaded it that the steering isn't connected to anything and there's no steering box. So the master cylinder's there and it's operational. Steering box, nope. And then I'll show you when I get around there though. I do have all 4 doors, but they are in kind of poor shape. Handle's busted on the driver's door, missing the handle on this door. The window's pretty tore up on that one, so probably at some point it'll get new doors. Underneath, the thing is freaking phenomenal. I mean, everything looks brand new. The frame's not rusty. Obviously the body's not rusty because these are aluminum body. One thing I'm pretty happy about, I'm not sure if I like this back portion being closed like that. I kind of like the way they look with just the kind of pickup setup. But lucky for me, it has this bulkhead in there, so I can just remove this part and keep it as a pickup. So back here, pretty standard. Used to have antennas. It's got a pintle, pretty standard stuff. It is a 24-volt truck. Batteries are dead. This top is pretty crunchy. You know, if you kind of bend it, it'll just crack. So that's probably not the greatest. This doesn't seem as bad. This top seems in better shape than this, which I'm way more concerned about this. But I think most of the time I'm just going to drive around with just this top on and no doors. So not a huge priority. Batteries are flat. I'm trying to get them to take some juice. They are still the gigantic military style batteries, 24-volt configuration. Doghouse is off, cluster's out. I'm sure I'm going to find lots of fun stuff. But overall the bones are great. I mean, it seems to be in actually really nice condition. I don't see any body damage yet so far. This little tab was bent out and I just tapped it right back in. Hood's in good shape. Chassis looks great, like I said. Everything, it seems pretty complete other than some parts were getting robbed. I'd noticed, see if I zoom in over there. There is the fuel pump spacer, and the fuel pump is missing. So the fuel lines are just sitting down there, and there's no pump. Pump shouldn't be no big deal to get. Put a fuel pump in it. I would imagine if I put a pump in it, this will run. Probably need new batteries. Oil looks great, full. Tranny fluid, bright red. Coolant looks fine, full. Obviously, power steering is empty. Somebody took the reservoir off when they took the steering box out. That reservoir should have lived here, and these go to the cooler, and this goes back to the power steering. So I'm hoping I can get that pretty easy. So if I'm super lucky, I can just put a fuel pump and a steering box and an overflow in it and pretty much drive it. Somebody started taking the windshield out because it's busted. Trim's off. Trim's inside the cab, luckily. I'm sure all the hardware is just gone in the wind. These 3 bolts, which I'm assuming held on the steering box, were just sitting right here. So they made it from Fort Riley all the way up to Omaha. I'm sure there was a 4th one that bounced down the highway somewhere, but that's unfortunate. I did not notice those, but so yeah, I figured I'd make some hopefully cool videos. It looks pretty complete and overall not in bad shape. Needs a lot of cleanup. Needs a lot of putting back together. I don't know, nothing's unhooked on the cluster, so I have no idea why that's out. And then the turn signals just hanging down here. So I don't know if they pulled the column out. I don't know if they have to pull the column back to get the steering box out. I don't know. I'm just starting down the road of figuring out what I got. Definitely gonna need some tires. Since it's a 3-speed, I might try to go bigger just so I can go a little faster on the highway, since I don't have an overdrive, but we'll see. Baby steps. Let's just get it on the road, drive it, see how much I like it. Eventually the plan was, I really bought this one not running because I've got a 24 valve 5.9 sitting over there that I could drop in there, and I've also got a 5-speed with a manual transfer case I could drop in it. You know, we can do all kinds of crazy things, or I could just get an adapter pretty cheap and put the Cummins straight to that tranny, or I could get the 4-speed and put the Cummins, or you know, lots of options, tons of things I can do. But I figured let's just get her going, put it around, drive it local. GovPlanet is supposed to be getting me a title to it. This came direct from the military, so nobody else has personally owned this. They did whatever they do to demilitarize them, and so I'm going to be the first titled owner. I had to pay a little extra to get the title instead of just the S97 form or SF97 form, whatever they give you. I figured if they can get me a title, save my time. Okay, one last thing. I was just cleaning up and I was messing with the charger a little bit. Noticed one of the battery cables was loose, and I put the charger to start position, and then I realized the motor cranks over. Heck yeah. So at least that's a little bit of a win. Got the lights working. Obviously I'm probably still gonna have to change those batteries. I don't know. I'll put it back to just the standard charge to see if they happen to come back to life, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that. I'm assuming it's going to need some new batteries, but no big deal. But yeah, cool. One less thing to worry about. It cranks over. So thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one.